Okay, wanted to show you, this is a City of Brush Memorial Park here, where the campground's located. So when you pull in here, you're going to come by the park out here, and it's a nice big park. There's a playground over here, swimming pool, plenty of picnic areas. When you pull in down here, you want to go by this first pull in right there. Don't pull in there, come down just past it right here, and this is where you're going to turn in to go camping. Alright, and they've cleaned this up some. I mean, there isn't a whole lot here anyway, but there's spots right on down there. And I noticed they do have a self-pay kiosk here now. We'll come up and take a picture of that. But I wanted to show you that entrance. And as you can see right now, there's nobody here. Now the directions here for you, I'm pointing west at the moment. So bear in mind, depending on the time of year you come, like in the summer, the shade is going to be here in the morning, but there's more shade on the other side over here in the afternoon, of course. So there is not a lot of shade around here, but you want to get on this west side in the summer and maybe over here in the fall and when it's cooler. Okay, so let's get out and let me just show you a few of the sights here. Right now, this is September the 12th. And you can see there's a lot of alfalfa butterflies around here. The area around Brush here has a lot of crops, and one of those is alfalfa hay. And this time of year, these butterflies are going nuts. I mean, the entire town and countryside is just covered like this with these butterflies. So a typical site, let me just show you here. This is RV site number 4, and it's a fairly long site. As you can see, I'm parked up there where it starts number 5. So Class A's, no problem getting in here, and each site along here has water and electric. So there's the water and electric site pump right there for the site on the other side here. So they're long, they're very long. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, not, it's just like 5, 6, 7, 8, about 6 or 7. I think they said there are 18 sites. I'm going to have a lot more information, directions, and a link that you can check into on this campground in particular. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is freecampsitesnet.net used to show this as a free campground, and it no longer is free. It was free for 2 nights and then $10 a night afterwards. But when we came back here to Brush, and more information on that later, this was a free campsite area. So over here you have 2 tent sites, and I noticed they put in this brand new kiosk here. Campground rules if you needed to check on it, but you can actually pay right here on site and take care of it. So up to 7 days, $25 a night, water and electric. You have access to a really nice, well-kept park. Brush does an amazing job here. On over this way is the swimming pool. So during the time periods that is open, it's a really nice big swimming pool. And even in the summer here, when we came by, it never was crowded. I don't know how much of that's due to COVID or not. And then they have fairgrounds over there, or a big stadium where they have, I think, the Morgan County Fairgrounds are over in that directions. I'm not real sure. You could look it up. So let me just show you a little bit here. The right on up this way is the dump and water section, so I'll show you that. Now the sites aren't glamorous, nothing like that, but $25 a night. If you're on your way, this is a perfect overnight stop. And I don't believe you can make reservations. This is all first come, first serve. But I've never seen this thing full ever. That we've been over the years by this place. And this site right here, number 5, would be a pretty good one here, actually. There's your water and your electric hookup, so your driver's side's where you want to be on these. You have a picnic table, so that's pretty cool. Now there are picnic tables all out there in the grass, and there is one down there at site 4, so that would work great as well. So we'll just walk down here a little bit and pick up there. Well, I was going to check the bathrooms right here for you. Online it does say, I believe there's a shower in there, and see what the bathrooms are, but they have codes on them now, so that probably comes as part of your camping. There'll be a code that you can put in to get in there. So site 1 and 2 and 3 are right in here. Smaller campers like our pods and the smaller trailers you might want to put in here. Not sure where number 2 is supposed to park. This would out here's a little odd, but anyway, so 1, 2, and 3, I do not see any water hookups, so those are electric only, it appears. Anyway, I was going to show you the bathrooms, but they got them goofed up. So the dump site is right over here where you can dump on the way out. And looks like they put in a new water faucet. That's new in the last couple of weeks I've been here. In fact, looks like they've put in a new pad to make this a little bit better. So if you need to dump on the way out, there you go. It's right there. Then this is your easy access over to the pool, municipal pool. There's the fairgrounds over there. So looks like site 7 is right here, and 8 is that way. 8 would not be a very preferable one for you. I would say on this side over here, 4, 5, and 6, maybe 7 right here would be your better spots to park on this side. So looking at this, I was just walking along here. Site 17 starts right there, and it runs all the way down to that sign right there. So 17 is a real long one. Weird thing about this is here's your electrical, but there's the water clear over there. So you park your RV right in here, or your camper, and then you'd have that extra area up there. So it's a little bit of an odd one. It's really strung out. Looks like someone is staying here in number 16, but again, really long sites. Like here's 11. It runs clear over this way. So whoever's on that side, you may have to share a water faucet or a spigot with. So be prepared on that. But these run all the way on down here to a little picnic table down on the end, and the last site is down there. Nothing spectacular. It's a sand and gravel area. Great for one-nighters. If you just need to pull in for $25, there is a Walmart in Fort Morgan, which is just about 9-10 miles west of Brush on the end, right off the interstate. There's no sign for it, but it's the first exit for Fort Morgan going west. And I've seen campers there and trailers and a motor Class A's parked there overnight. So, and I didn't see any signs. So that's another option for you. Also, just right on this is north. If you go back out to the interstate, there's a brand new Love's. Been there about maybe a year. Lots of big wheelers, 18 wheelers are out there now, and it's really nice. The Carl's Jr. there is fantastic. It really is clean, and they do a great job. There's several Mexican food restaurants between Fort Morgan and Brush. Home Plate, we've eaten there. It's called Home Plate 2, and it's good food there. So I hope this will help out any wearies that, hey, we're not making it to Denver night, hun, going west. We're heading out of Estes Park, and you get pooped out and say, okay, we're not making it to Nebraska tonight. Let's find somewhere to stop overnight or for a day or two, and stop in here at the Brush Municipal Campground. Well, part 2. As many of you know who have been following my channel, we haven't been out for a while. The last video I did was in July at the Emerald RV Park west of here, pardon me, that way, in Fort Morgan, on the west side of Fort Morgan. And what's happened is we were coming back into Colorado, campgrounds were just crazy full. We couldn't get places to stay, only in the outer areas where no one else really wanted to stay, as far as vacationing in Colorado. So the Eastern Plains is not a whoop-de-doo place to stay. But for medical reasons, we were having problems getting medical care. I'd had a problem with an infection in the stomach after a colonoscopy, and that was bad enough. And just trying to get some things taken care of made it very difficult, combined with COVID, medical, and just trying to find campgrounds. We said, okay, we're just going to find a home base again, buy another house. We sold ours in October of a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, in Colorado, and we've been traveling, as you know. So that's why the lull. And are we done? No, we're not done camping. We're kind of waiting for this really crazy period to get over. I was trying the other day to schedule something in the Grand Tetons, and campgrounds were full. They're still full, and booked right up until October 1st. And Coulter Bay was closing, so it wasn't even available. So if we're going to go north again, we were thinking going to Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, up through Montana, coming back around, maybe keep going, who knows. You know, we just kind of do it on the fly. That's why we're settled down. And at the end of in August, somewhere in August, my appendix ruptured, and had to end up staying in a hospital overnight due to some infection control there. And no, I didn't get my appendix taken out. The doctor said you don't need it. These days, if it had already been a week, and they said it would be in shreds anyway, and no sense ripping you open, so they found out that these days, if you make it past a certain point, there's no sense having surgery. So I'm fine, 100%. I'm good to go now. Took about a week to get over that, maybe less. So everything's good. So we do plan to get out there and do some more traveling. Right now our camper, you didn't see it at the Brush Campground, and I'm at home now here in Brush. We don't really have room to put it here. I'll show you just a little side view back over here. You can see there's an area that I'm planning on just putting in concrete and a slab there, and maybe trying to park the camper there. all of the building codes and everything else to put in a shed there is just beyond what I need to go through. It's just not worth it, and it just isn't worth it, period. So right now we've got the camper out at our my wife's brother's ranch, and there it will stay. We used to store it outside anyway. Right now it's in a cow shed, and he doesn't need that room until February when they start calving. So I'll pull it out, put a cover on it maybe. I'm not really even sure. But we do plan to get out there, guys. We will be doing more videos on repairing the camper, or just showing you some fine-tuning things, whatever may come up. You know our adventures, they're never dull. And so I appreciate your hanging around. If you get by this way on I76, Interstate 76, coming in from Nebraska or the Black Hills, South Dakota, in that area, and you're coming in west towards Denver, the Brush Campground is a great little overnight stop. 2 days if you want. There is a super free museum in Fort Morgan, and there's stuff about Glenn Miller. Is those of you who may remember Glenn Miller and his big band, and there's a nice museum in Sterling, about 30 miles east on the interstate. Doesn't take any time. So there are some things to do in the area. There's a little state park hiking area I'm going to check out and see what's there, and good little places to eat. The Drover's restaurant in Brush is packed all the time. Just look it up, Drover, D-R-O-V-E-R, Drover's restaurant, and it's out by the cattle yards, and it's a very popular place and reasonably priced. Thank you so much. Here in Brush. And you guys take care out there. We'll see you on the road. I'm not sure when. Got to let this craziness go over us, and but we're itching to get back out there again. Be safe, and God bless you all.